Have you been trying to use the law of assumption, but it's just not working? You're living in the end, you're feeling the feels, but you're still not able to manifest what you want into your reality. Well, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the most common blocks that get in the way of the law of assumption. Hi, my name is Amanda Abeya. Welcome to Mindful Success Path. On this channel, we help you get the results that you're looking for a lot faster without all the extra stress. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video that we have coming out on this channel. We talk about the law of assumption, we talk about universal laws, we talk about neuroscience, psychology, and also business. So we bring it all together to help you create the business and life of your dreams. And I bring my experience of 15 years having coached and trained thousands of people over the last 15 years and noticing all the specific patterns where they would get stuck in their businesses, in their finances, in their relationships, in their spirituality, and in their mindset. So if you want to take what we're going to be talking about to another level, I do have a free manifestation guide that you can download below. In it, I explain the 4-step process that I use to go from a single female entrepreneur in her mid-30s to now being engaged to a very masculine man who treats me like a queen. I talk about how I rewired my brain for business models that were easier with the proper support and that mostly ran on autopilot. I really had to rewire my brain around money for that one. And I've also talked about how I rewired my brain to allow me to start living life in the way that I wanted to. So one of the things that I wanted was to live in other countries and travel full time. And I've now been able to do that. I'm currently spending most of my time in Mexico. And man, I was traveling full time for like 6 or 8 months last year. So if you're interested in creating that kind of a life, make sure to download the free manifestation guide below, because there's a specific 4-step process that I use to rewire my brain and allow all of that to happen in my life, because that is the key of the law of assumption. It is the allowance. So let's talk about it. So here's what happens when most people start using the law of assumption. Most people start using the law of assumption and they turn into control freaks. So the first block that one has toward the law of assumption is control. So one of the things that you really have to practice with manifestation is releasing control and detachment. I'm going to use money as an example because it's one that I'm currently have been working for a long time. And also most people are working money and it's easy to measure. So in terms of money, this is where it starts to show up in people's business. They're like, I'm using the law of assumption and I want this next launch to make me $50,000. Okay. And the $50,000 must come from the launch. That's where the money must come from. If it does not come from the launch was a failure. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm an idiot. People shouldn't pay me. Then we start going into a spiral. So what I want you to do instead, right, that would be someone who's controlling like way, way, way too much. And when you're like this, you can't open your hands to receive what it is that you're trying to attract in your life. So how would you do it with money? Set goals in your business, of course, right? We have goals in our business all the time, and set goals in your life, but don't limit the universe. And I will give an example. So last month we had a particular cash goal. It was in the business and in the main business. And one of the things that we started to notice is that we weren't going to hit it. At least we weren't going to hit it from the business itself, right? And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm open to this money showing up in other ways. I'm not particular about where the money comes from, how it comes into my life, because money is really just an energy and it shows up in all kinds of different ways. And sometimes it comes through the business, sometimes it doesn't. I'm completely open. So we ended up hitting that financial target for the month, but the money didn't all come from the business that month. Now, if I was stuck in control, like, then I'd be like, nope, it has to come from here. It has to be this many clients. There goes my brain, there goes my brain, there goes my brain, right? Or a sale doesn't go through, and then suddenly I'm thinking I'm going to be living under a bridge on the streets, which, yes, my mind has gone in that direction. A lot of people does, those of us who struggle with scarcity. Your brain tends to go in that direction. Now, if I had allowed my brain to go in that direction, then maybe these other avenues through which money came in would have never come in to begin with, because I would not have been open to receiving that money. So money is an area where people get very stuck. And it's because we've been conditioned into it. So for example, if you've had a job your whole life and you've been conditioned into go to school, get a job, be there for 30 years, which who even does that anymore? But you've been conditioned into trading time for money, and that all your money comes from a job, they tend to struggle in terms of manifesting money, because in their brain, the only thing they can see is making money from a job. They can't see making money from a business. They can't see making money investing. They can't see money coming to them just because through other means and avenues, because in their mind, they're programmed to my money only comes from a job. So let go of the control. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is we actually have a lot of limiting beliefs that are stuck and in the way of us being able to attract what it is that we desire. Because here's the joke about the universe. The joke is that a lot of it isn't about hustling and grinding in order to get what you want. It's not necessarily about chasing what it is that you want. Now, don't get me wrong. There's an honest day's work. There's inspired action. These videos don't film themselves, right? So don't get me wrong in that regard. There's still work to be done. However, there's a difference between doing the work that needs to be done and the acts that need to be done in order to manifest your desire into reality, and chasing, manipulating, and controlling. The two are not the same. And what a lot of people end up going into is manipulation, control, chasing, all that type of energy. And I don't know about you, but every time I get in that kind of energy, I just don't make money. I don't get what I want. The relationships didn't work. The money wouldn't come in. That's why sometimes I see these hustle culture people on the internet, and I'm like, do you all even know? Like, if you guys were able to do that with just brute force, which is exhausting, but if you were able to do that with just brute force, can you imagine how far ahead they would be if they also understood the energetics? They'd probably be billionaires already. So I think about that sometimes, because I'm like, nope, every time I go into struggle, this, that, and the third, and it must be hard, it doesn't work out for me. Every time I go into trust and I'm attracting the things to me, it works out for me. Go figure, right? So then the question becomes, okay, how do we put ourselves in a place where we can just attract things to us? And the answer to that is you have to release all the blocks that are in the way. And the number one block that people have is limiting beliefs about what it is that they can have in life. So you might remember from my life purpose video that I said that sometimes our life purpose is determined by what we get triggered by. So if you're online and maybe you're seeing a motivational speaker or somebody who's doing what you want to be doing, but you're like upset, you're triggered, it's because deep down inside you probably want to be doing it. But you're getting all triggered, and the trigger is coming from you not believing that you can do it. So we have to start looking at those limiting beliefs. So let's say you're working on money and you're working on manifesting more abundance into your life. Well, what's one of the number one money beliefs that people have? Making money is hard. That's probably number one that everybody all over the world has, because that's what we've been conditioned into. Making money is hard. So start rewiring that belief, right? Instead of making money is hard, how about we try on making money is easy for size? And when I say try on, I really do mean with that playful energy. Like, pretend you're at a store, and you know how you go to the store and you're shopping and you pick that thing and you're just trying on different outfits to see how they look on you and how do you feel and whether or not you like it. Do the same thing with your beliefs. Just pretend you're at a store and you start picking them and you start trying them on for size and you start having fun with it instead of being so serious, because some people are way too serious and then they go into control. So be playful, have some fun with this. So try on a new belief for size, making money is easy, and then start finding all the evidence in your life about how making money is easy, or it has been easy, or how it flowed easily into your life. So that's number two, right? Is normally if we're struggling with the law of assumption, there's usually some sort of limiting beliefs there, right? Because here, and this isn't anything woo-woo, this is basic human psychology. Because let's say you want to manifest more money and you're using the law of assumption and you're feeling into it and it's a wish fulfilled and the whole thing, but you're still stressed about money and you still freak out every time you're about to use your credit card, or you freak out every time you're paying a bill, well, then you're not congruent, right? You're incongruent with what you're saying you want, but how you're behaving and what you're believing and your emotions. So let's say you are trying to manifest more money and you go into the store and you notice that you kind of go into a mini panic attack every time you spend money. Okay, well, that's something to pay attention to, because our feelings are caused by thoughts, or thoughts are caused by beliefs. So if you're feeling anxious every time you go spend some money, what are the thoughts that are coming up for you? Oh, I'm going to live under a bridge. Oh, money's going to run out. Oh, it's going to be so hard to make this money again. And then determine the main belief usually being money's hard or something to that effect. And then start rewiring that, because you cannot be in expansion and contraction at the same time. The law of assumption is calling you to be in expansion when it comes to money, as an example, but everybody's out here behaving in contraction and then wondering why the money's not coming into their life. So that's another way of doing it. The third thing, and this is really important, and this is something that I've learned while being here in Mexico, a lot of these beliefs aren't just in our minds. Like, we think our mind is our brain. We could have a whole conversation about mind being consciousness and all that stuff and how we're all connected, but that's a conversation for another time. To keep it simple, let's just call the mind the brain. And what a lot of people don't realize is they think it's just their thoughts. And what they don't realize is that these beliefs also live in your body. They live in your nervous system. They live in your cells. They live in your energy, right? So we all have like an energetic field. They live there. And again, this is not woo-woo. This is not new agey. Like, science has gotten to a point where it's proving a lot of things that mystics have been saying for thousands and thousands of years, which is really fascinating and a very exciting time to be alive. So all of these beliefs aren't just in your mind, they're also in your body, your energetic field, your cells, all of it. And I like to remember the first class I ever took for holistic healing here in Mexico. It was the first day that we walked in, and I will never forget this, where our teacher at the time started the class by saying, everything starts in the nervous system, and everybody knew it. All the ancient civilizations knew this. We just didn't have the science to back it up, and now we have the science to back it up. In addition to this, your cells are literally programmed with your beliefs and your limitations or your thoughts and things like that since we were very, very little. And sometimes those cells are even programmed not with our own stuff, but stuff that belonged to our ancestors, stuff that belonged to our parents. I had that experience. When I went through a position where I was making a lot of money and then I lost it all, and I thought like I'd kind of lost my mind a little bit, what ended up happening was that I had a belief in my body, in my cells, in my mind, in my energetic field, that making money wasn't safe. And the reason I had that wasn't because of anything I experienced as a child. It was because of what my grandparents and parents experienced fleeing the Cuban Revolution. That was A, mind fuck, and B, it spoke to, oh my gosh, sometimes we have all these subconscious programming that literally doesn't even belong to us. It belonged to the people who raised us. And that stuff is in your DNA. So what do I mean by this, right? So you're gonna have to clear some of this stuff. You can clear a lot of it by doing the thought work, as I'm gonna call it for right now, but there's also stuff that you can do to energetically clear things. There's stuff that you can do to clear the energy. There's so many different modalities and things that you can use. Start experimenting with all of them. In this meditation class that we've been taking here in Mexico over the last few months, oh my God, so much time was spent just on clearing chakras. And I promise you that it's been life-changing, because suddenly I went from confusion to clarity. And I also will say that when you start doing energetic work and things like that and meditation, don't be surprised if a lot of stuff that you've never worked on and didn't even know was there starts to come up. So I will give an example. Sometimes we would do these chakra clearings in class, and the next day, both Justin and I would feel like we got hit by a bus, right? Because it was like we were going through like energetic surgery. But then, you know, once you do like a massive clearing like that, then it's basically just maintenance that you have to do. But look at these different modalities. I had a mentor who was really big on tapping. She had me do a lot of tapping when I was going through a very difficult time. She also had me working on chakras with sound and toning. And again, this is not woo-woo stuff. We now have the science backing up what mystics have been saying for thousands and thousands of years. So if you think this is like out there and super crazy, well, now there's a lot of empirical data to back a lot of this stuff up. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you're getting stuck in the law of assumption, if it's just not manifesting, then these are probably the 3 places where you're getting blocked, and these are 3 things that you want to look at. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below if you found this helpful, which part you found helpful, which part you're going to apply to your life today. If there's only one, do that exercise where you change your beliefs, because I've seen clients literally double their sales in 48 hours once we do something like that without any sales training, just because they changed their belief. I've seen my life completely transform just from shifting belief. So if there's just one, take that one. And make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, make sure to download that free guide, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.